Peace and blessings. Happy Friday. And because it's Friday, you know what time it is? It is Free Game Friday. I'm so happy to see you. I hope that you are happy to have me back in the place to be, because if it's Friday and you're here and I'm here, that means it's time for Free Game Friday. Let's do it. So, I want to talk to you about a book called The Four Agreements, and it is by Don Miguel Ruiz. And I've read this book. I actually have it on audio book, like audible.com, which you can get your first title for free. So if you haven't listened to an audio book before and you have to commute for work, or you want to do something on your break but maybe your eyes are tired from looking at screens, audiobooks are a great way to get your learn on, get your entertainment on, and not actually have to read. So that's an extra, like, bonus free game. Audiobooks, it's a thing. So anyway, The Four Agreements is an awesome book, and I want to talk to you about it over the next couple of weeks. So we're going to break down each agreement each week as part of the free game, because if you can, if I can, if we can integrate these principles into our life, bruh, amazing, sis, amazing. So what it builds on is the fact that we are domesticated. And I know you're like, I'm not a wild animal. Wait a minute, why are you saying domestication? Well, it's really, we go through this process over our lifetime of, we are trained. Just like any other animal, we are trained. You have a process that you go through now that was ingrained in you by your parent, guardian, etc. So how did you learn how to brush your teeth? How did you learn how to tie your shoes? How did you learn how to feed yourself? It was a process. You were trained on how to do that. And so the same thing goes for our patterns when it comes to handling emotions, when it comes to managing obstacles that may come into our lives. We were domesticated in that way too, by watching our family members and our friends and how they responded. So if someone was insulted around you and it was a family member and they lashed out by going off on people, or if they were physical, or if they just internalized it and didn't say anything to the person but then talked about them like a dog behind their back, you are watching this and you process this and you make these agreements in your mind that you now say that having friendships means swallowing my feelings and then talking about them behind their back. It means swallowing my emotions and eating instead of talking about what my problems are. It can manifest as, when I'm frustrated, when I'm hurt, I get to hit people, because that's how the people that loved me handled stuff. So the four agreements go over a multitude of things that we experience in life without having to go line by line through everything that you might experience in your life. And they're not very long, what they are, like, word wise, but oh my gosh, the implementation, baby, it's no joke. However, if you can start practicing these four agreements, when I tell you, life takes on this whole other level of ease, this whole new level of presence, because you have to be present in order to start actually using the agreements and to even be aware of some of the agreements. So some people call it negative self-talk that we have. They call it the judge in the book. But there's, this internal dialogue that you may have been having all of this time around certain things, or maybe beliefs that you feel like you have. I've heard them called limiting beliefs. So all of these things are kind of programmed agreements that we have, and it teaches you how to break the old agreement and replace it with a new agreement that is actually in alignment with what you desire for your life. So I'm super excited to get into these 4 agreements. I hope that you'll join me, and I will see you next Friday. It's been a blast checking in with you today. If you know something about the 4 agreements, definitely share it here. Tell me what your favorite agreement is, but I'll have some visuals to go with the agreements each week, and I'm looking forward to having this conversation. So if you found this useful, or if you're ready to dive in, comment, share, subscribe. If you're not already subscribed here, I would love to have you, and I will see you next time. So this week's free game is learning about and practicing the 4 agreements. I am Doc C, your wellness coach extraordinaire, or WCE, and I will see you next time. Peace.